So, at last. Oh, hello everybody. So wait. Oh, didn't want to focus there, did it? So, we're off to the shops. Quite a ways to walk down. If you follow these streams before, where I've been out doing this walkie business, you'll know that it takes me about an hour to walk down and walk back. As you can see, we're totally snowed. It's afternoon. Roofs. Oh, here we go. So we're back up to full speed now. Okay, it was hooked onto the Wi-Fi of the left house. It took a few minutes just to click back into mobile data. So now we should be fine. It's actually a good day today. There is a good signal coming through. That's a good boy. So we'll see if anybody joins me on this trip. As you know, if you're following the news, very, very close to a peace deal now with Ukraine. So we're hearing on the news, and hopefully this will be the final push before we get peace and everybody can start to breathe a bit again. Sanctions get lifted and all the rest of it that they're promising. Whether it has happened or not, I don't know. Unfortunately, the very moment that the process was going through, unfortunately, Ukraine decided that it would be a good idea to try and kill the Russian president by sending 97 drones onto the presidential residence. 97, can you imagine that? All were shot down. Not one of them made it. But where it did it changed the attitude of the Russian diplomats in the peace talks straight away. So now we don't know what's going to happen now. With that attack on, or attempted attack on the Russian president, does that mean now that that Russia is now going to go and try and kill Zelensky? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not getting text through again. I'm going to try and get this working today. It didn't work the last time. Yet to know why, but anyway. So yeah, so the Ukrainians sent 97 drones over to let me get my gloves on, over to the Russian presidential official residence in Novgorod. 97 drones, all shot down. Not one of them hit it. But this is like, I think it was like an hour after the peace negotiations ended. It was like, so those drones were probably already in there while that was going on. Can you imagine? What kind of a signal is that from Ukraine that they want peace to do that? So consequently, Russian Federation has said that they will strike back, but they don't know. They've already got the targets, but they don't know when it will be. When exactly the attack will occur, but I would say that Ukraine is going to get hammered with a mass drone missile attack in the next short time, which is a shame because I think we're so close to peace now. I really are. Ukraine said that they were willing to pull back troops from Donbass and hand it over to Russia. So to derail it now would be an absolute pity, because if they derail the peace process, it's going to end up with thousands more casualties and deaths. Not just on Ukraine's side, but on Russian side as well. Because if the peace process doesn't occur, then Russia will take Odessa. And if Odessa falls, that will effectively make Ukraine a landlocked country. It'll be the disintegration of Ukraine. It will completely disappear. And this is what they've warned, that Ukraine will be broken up. It won't exist as such. Maybe a small tiny part in the west, but the rest of it could well be disintegrated. Poland could take apart, Hungary could take apart, Romania could take apart, and Russia take a big part. And there'll be nothing left of Ukraine. It will just simply cease to exist. That's the risk that they're running by not going for this peace process. So it's really in everybody's interest, especially Ukraine, if they want to exist as a state, to get on with the peace process and stop this war. It's madness, craziness. Everybody's sick of it, you know. Who the hell wants to see people getting killed? You know, it's not just the actual war. I mean, you see, oh, this war, there's so many people being killed. It's the aftermath. The people who are going to suffer with trauma and post what do you call it? I forgot the name, but PTSD. I know the initials, I can't think of the name. Post-traumatic stress disorder. People who are going to suffer with that for years, if not lifetimes. People who are going to be limbless. You know, legless, limbless, and you know, terrible things happen to people in war. It's absolutely horrible. You know, I was a soldier for 17 years. I know a little bit about it, but not this type of war. This is a whole different ball game. This is serious shit. Like, you know, you go to that war, chances are you're not going to come back. It's that kind of level of attrition, you know, and really hope that's. Good morning. Really hope the peace process does it. So I've got text coming through for the first time in days. I have tried this live stream before a couple of days ago, and there was absolutely no text coming through. It was just didn't want to work for whatever reason. It was being suppressed. So hurrah, it's working. So anyway, off to the shops after that depressing political moment. Don't normally talk too much about politics, but it's just we're so close to now to peace that it really is kind of on everybody's minds now that this could be peace. This could be it, you know. After all this time, what a great thing it would be for Christmas, for New Year, that the peace process. How is everybody in your countries, wherever you're viewing from? What's your celebrations for New Year? Are you this in Russia? So I don't know if I've ever explained this, but in Russia, Christmas is not on the 25th of December. It's on the 6th of January. It's not a big deal here. Big celebration here is New Year. So that's obviously today, no, tomorrow, tonight. So that's how big celebration. We're all prepped for it, of course. Hello to, sorry I can't say or stop. Wittelanganfne, something like that. Hello to you, hello. So yeah, big New Year celebration today. So off to the shops anyway, because I've got to get my last bits in. I wanted to get some. Come out of there, you bloody dog. What are you doing in there? So I wanted to go and get some milk because we're getting a bit low, and I'm thinking it's going to be cappuccino tonight when it gets late, when I get very tired. So I make homemade cappuccinos. So if you're into coffee, you'll know that a good cappuccino really keeps you awake. Funny enough, espresso doesn't really keep me awake, but cappuccinos does. Don't know why. I think it's volume. But come on. But yeah. So I have to get some extra milk to make sure that I'm ready to make cappuccino. Also, we've got guests coming, of course. People visit each other in the new year. I don't know how many guests we've got coming. I think we've got one. I'm hoping it's only one. There may be others, but we'll see. Not really. Don't want a lot of guests. Because it ends up more like a bloody restaurant, you know. You're cooking for everybody and stuff. Don't want to do it, you know. Traditional Russian food for New Year. There's not a particular thing, but there is traditional foods that you have in any kind of gathering or celebration, which would be your salads. So Russian salads would be things like so a lot of mayonnaise involved anyway. And my favourite solotka padshuba, that's my favourite, which is kind of salad. It's made with grated cooked beetroot and mayonnaise and eggs and fish. So solotka is fish. It's not pickled, but it's preserved fish. It's absolutely I love it. So silver pad sugar is my favourite. But there's other ones as well. There's all kinds of different salads. It's really interesting things for salads. So I've got to get some sweet corn. I've got to get that. I forgot to get sweet corn. We're probably going to make homemade bread as well. We've got a bread maker. So grab a bunch of flour and homemade bread is always a delight, of course. Bread's very cheap, yeah, actually, but it's nice when you're homemade bread because you've got the nice smell of it and all the rest of it, Wood burners on, and the wood burner, if you don't know about wood burners, if you want them to, they stink, they don't stink, but the smoke from a wood burner is not exactly pleasant. The smell from a wood burner, there's always a smell of burnt wood, right? But if you want a nice smell to come out of a wood burner, sort of much nicer kind of smell, then silver birch is the key. If you burn silver birch, the smell is very, very, it's just pleasant. It's a pleasant smell. I will recommend it. It's, Jackie, come here. Come here, good boy. Got to get the dog on the lead here. It's going to take a few seconds. Come here, keep still. I think got him hooked up. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here, you. What are you doing? What have we got here? There we go. Let's go. Yeah. I think someone's about to ask me the directions, but who knows. So, somebody looking odd there. Very odd. Stop the car, thought they were going to ask the directions. I got a van full of flour. You can have. I do a food drive to help the homeless. Oh wow, that's a brilliant thing to do. I think the homeless need it more than me. We don't have homeless problems in Russia. It just doesn't exist. I guess that's coming from the UK. I suppose you're coming from the UK if you're doing homelessness, or America. It's a real shame to see that. Hate to see the homeless. Don't hate to see the homeless. Hate to see people who've been put in that position, or through whatever circumstances, unfortunate circumstances, that they end up like that. It's a real. I blame the government. I blame society to get into that situation. It should have never happened. I mean, there's always going to be tramps, right? Traditional tramp. That's a different story. No, we had him. Hey, Jackie. We had him. Jackie. We had him. Hey, we had him. Don't touch him. Come here. Behave now. Behave. Hiya. There we go. So, hey. Good. Oh. BC, Canada. So you have a big problem with homeless in Canada. I didn't know that. I didn't think Canada had a homeless problem. I know obviously America has, and I know the UK is desperate, but I didn't realise Canada had a huge homeless problem. I've not seen that. I sort of watch every now and then on YouTube to see what's going on, in the world. And UK always pops up with millions of homeless, and America as well, of course. But I've never seen that. I didn't know Canada had a homeless problem. I would never thought of that. I thought of Canada being a sort of very affluent country where things like that don't happen. Come on, smelling rubbish. Come on, Adam. Hey, Adam. So that's a new one for me. Quite snowy, as you can see. People go a bit fast around that corner for my liking. I don't think they realise just how. It doesn't look very sharp, but it is actually quite a sharp corner coming from down there. And the belt along here, not realising, and occasionally, usually every year, one of them ends up in the ditch. Come here. And because they just go too fast on these roads, back roads. They're not prepared for it. I'm sorry to hear that Canada's so bad for homelessness. That's terrible. I mean, Canada's a cold country, right? Well, parts of Canada are really cold. Colder than here, much colder than here. and I can't imagine being homeless in conditions like that. I mean, what the heck do they do? How do they survive in weather like this? In Canada, I mean, God almighty. I can't imagine it. Desperate. Come here, Radam. Radam. Hey, Radam. You. That's it. Now we can go. Up and wide. Up and wide. Alright, so that's drugs, right? I'm very, very uninformed with drugs. I've never been a drug user or user, never been around drugs. I'm really very uneducated on drugs. I don't take an interest in it. I mean, I've heard, you hear about America, they talk about the fentanyl problem. Donald Trump, he's been going on about that, the fentanyl problem. But I have no idea what fentanyl actually is. I heard of crack cocaine, that kind of stuff, but again, I don't know how they deal with it, how they use it. I'm very uneducated. I don't really want to be. -1 today. Yeah, I don't know what cold the conditions are. I don't know what the temperature is here actually. It's not particularly cold, but it is cold enough to put my gloves on, put it like that. But I wouldn't say it's too cold. Has anybody been watching my shorts? Anybody like my shorts on the build up in Novgorod? They were filmed over the main series was filmed over the summer, and then the shorts are cut from those bits. Does anybody like them? They seem to be quite popular. They seem to get quite a lot of hits on them. Be interesting. Some of them are kind of odd, you might say. Obviously I cut them out, I don't cut them out. I did do original shorts, but to be honest, it's such a long process to do it. Me either. I started working with the shelters, Morning, boss man. Morning, Rezos. Res something, I can't see. Res something. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Afternoon here. It's just around about 3 o'clock. And as you can see, getting dark already. Won't be long. But the good news is we're on the turn. We've turned the time when it starts to get lighter every day has turned, and now we're coming into the daylight period. So we're gaining about a minute a day of daylight, 2 minutes a day. Adds up quite a lot actually. It's surprising how fast an hour, from getting dark at 3, being pitch black at 4 o'clock, to suddenly, it's 5 o'clock. It's like a big difference. It really is a horrible time when look at the icicles on that up there. All the icicles hanging. Yeah. Come on, you. Oh, you've quite a leg under there, haven't you? Come here. That's it. That's the way you've done it. That's a good boy. You haven't been down here for a while. I haven't been down here for a few days. We went and did a big shop in the big supermarket, and we hadn't needed anything, but there's something we didn't get. I was like, why didn't we get that? I'll go down in a couple of days. That's where I'm going now. It's my last trip out now till after New Year, after the celebrations, and then we're kind of back to normal. You come here, Jackie, come here. Don't sniff at cars, you're going to get yourself squished. And so, off down to here. It's cold. I think with wind chill here, it's probably, I would say it's probably, with wind chill factor, come on, I would say we're down to about -6 or 8, something like that here. But I think without wind, it would be not particularly cold. I think it's -2 or something, 2 or 3, something like that. But, the snow is quite well. That's what I was going to ask everybody, really. I'm planning. If anybody's watched my series 1 and 2 of the build, I'm planning on doing the videos slightly differently next year. I've sort of been learning about how videos work, how they how you make videos. Come on, grab them. I'm chasing. So hey, grab them. So I've been sort of looking at how to do better videos because they come here, grab them. No, Jackie, no, you don't chase cars. Come on, grab them. Don't chase cars. Another car coming. Quite a lot of car traffic down here. Jeepers, come here. Where's it all coming from today? But anyway, so the video's going to change slightly in format. So instead of doing mass filming periods where I'm just fast forwarding it all the time because it takes long. So what I'm going to do is a new format, and the new format is going to be I'll show what I'm going to do, then I will show one part of it, then I'll probably speed through a bit and then show you the finished. Come here, show the finished results, kind of thing. That's kind of the way it's going to go. The videos will be a lot more catchy, a lot more easy to watch rather than long strips of me sort of going up and down with bits of wood. It'll be a different format, and we'll see how it goes. I've got a nice new camera, not new camera, old camera, but a nice camera, and lots of tripods, so we should be able to capture things from different angles and stuff, and should be a lot nicer videos, I'm hoping. That's the plan anyway. So come here, grab them. It's kind of quite a job to learn how to be a video man, you know. Obviously, when I first started, I mean, I have another channel, right, electronics channel, but that's kind of different to this altogether. And in that, it's mostly close-up work, so I haven't done anything for a long time on that channel. It's like 4 years the last upload, so I can't really take experience from that because it's a different kind of video. This video where I'm showing broad angles and stuff, so I'm showing you the build as such. Very different. So I've not really thought about how it should be done, how I should film it better. But looking through some of the raw footage, there is some pretty nice shots that I really should have included in the original videos. So I'm probably going to chop some of them up and turn them into my own shots instead of relying on AI. Probably something like that. Because it's an error not to use those bits. I guess that's all the learning process of being a YouTuber, you know, creating videos. Creator, as they call themselves these days. YouTuber, I call it. So that's the plan, to get better videos up. Wait, if I fancy Putin does that to make him bad, make me bad. If you fancy Putin, depends if you're a female or a male, I suppose. If you're a female, no, it doesn't make you bad. If you're a male, you've got issues. And yeah, I don't know. You tell me. Does it make you feel bad? I don't fancy other males. I fancy females. You know. So. But, yeah, you fancy whatever you want. I'm sure you'll never get the chance to realise your fantasy, will you? So I don't suppose you're doing any harm by fancying a great leader, you know. But, if you're trying to bait me into saying something that I might regret later, you're not going to work. I'm too wise. So, you know, I have my opinions, and that's the way it is. You know, for me, I'm not going to go on a gender rant, but to me, yeah, there's only male and female, and that's it. Anything else is just nonsense. Come here. Like it or not. Sorry if I offend everybody. I don't care. Not really sorry at all. Right. Changing hands in me. Right hand was getting a bit cold. Yeah, so changing hands. Funny how holding the lead doesn't make your hand cold, but holding a telephone most certainly does. Although I've got good gloves on, still get a cold hand. Come here, read him, Jackie. Read him, Tika. Car's got no belting down here. So you can see it's a lovely snowy scene, but the river is not frozen. Come here. It has been, you know, if it was really cold, that would be frozen over. It's not. That shows you that the temperature is not. It's a very strange year. It's very, very odd. I saw there's some girl in Texas who does. She does the old pet that dog. You know, she's got a big Texas accent, and she's on YouTube. She does shorts, and she came on and said she wanted to put a Christmas jumper on, and it's like 50-something degrees. I guess that's in Fahrenheit. When it should be snowing and cold. So yeah, it's not just us with a strange weather pattern. Really, now should expect it to be in a normal year. This would be sitting around minus 19, 20 now here, if not colder. And you can see the river. I don't know if you can see the river. Yeah, you can. Come here. Just show that there. See, there's just a little bit of ice forming on the right hand side there. Just a little bit, but it's freely flowing, so it's not cold. The ground temperature is not cold. Come here, read him. Hey, Jackie, read him. Don't you stick your nose out into the road. Come here. Read him. That's it, come on, push. So, not cold at all. Mr. Zoomy, depart on you're a freak. I have to put you in the gulag. And you have to. Snovin got him. Puff the bashing like the good old days. Yeah, well, you know. I'm not a puff the basher. I don't care what you do in your bedroom, to be honest. It's your choice, isn't it? But, it's not for me. It's, you know, shirt lifters and what do you call it? Fudge packers, not my thing. But, come here, you. But, come here. I'm really not any kind of phobic apart from transgender. I don't get that at all. Really don't understand transgender. It's beyond me. But what that's all about. Grab them. So it's so yeah, I don't understand that transgender wokeism nonsense. So, come here, Jackie. I have to sniff. We're near the shops where other doggies have been, and it's time to sniff everything that looks like it might have been peed upon, which is just about everything. So I have to drag him along here. So I have to tie him up outside the shop while I go in and decide what goodies I'm getting. Uncertain. But, we need to get that other Aussie in here for the discussion about big puffs. Aussie spy. Well, you know what? I'm going to cut this stream off in a minute. I'm going in the shop, so because I've got to get some bits and pieces. I didn't buy enough milk. That was my big problem. I bought 2 bottles and thinking, you know what? That'll be enough. I'll go down in a few days, but nah, it's not enough. Especially if I want cappuccino tonight. I've got guests coming on, they'll want cappuccino, guarantee it, so I'll make small cappuccinos, that's what I'll do. I'll cheat. I've normally got these big wide cups, you know, the type that you get in restaurants. They're these huge, but it takes like half a litre each. It's ridiculous, so cut down on the sides of the cups to reduce the milk input. Otherwise, if you get like 10 guests over, hopefully we should have one, maybe two, thank God. Well, that's the plan anyway, but things could change rapidly later. But if you get a lot of guests, you get like 10 guests over, and they're like half a bloody litre each, like, oh my God. Yeah, right, Jackie, you're going to have to stay here. But where am I going to put you? I'll put you on this tree. So I'll put you on the tree, come on. You can come over here. You can wait here, come on. This is where he gets all whiny and silly. Come on. That's time for the tree, come here. Come here. Come here. I hate doing this bit. Pain in the butt. Come. You have to go around me and tangle me up. Keep still. Just stay in here. So, quick, simple time to the tree. It'll only be a few minutes, so no big deal. Good boy, he actually sits down and he's very good when he's here, so good boy, stay there, good boy. Let's into magnets. Would you come here? The question becomes, would you still back him? Mr. Doing what you're trying to accomplish here. Mr. Zumi, I think you ought to go to the Gulag timeout, shouldn't you? So I send you to the Gulag timeout. Shall we vote? While I'm getting my glove off, shall we vote on we're going to send Mr. Zumi to the Gulag timeout? Yeah, because I think it's time you went to the Gulag out in it. So there we go. Mr. Zumi, you've gone to the Gulag timeout. Goodbye for you. So, quick check on the bank. See how much money there isn't. Ooh, what's that all there? What we've got here? Going all kinds of things on here. So let's get this set up right. Let me see. Oh, it's got the VPN connected. Don't want that. That's better. So. Come on. So I'll just sort it out my phone before I go in. Just make sure that money's on the right account. Self point, and then I can do a sneaky. Oh, come on, get off. Hey! Oh, he's got himself undetached. What are you doing? Huh? You detached yourself, haven't you? Come here. You're not supposed to be doing that, you're supposed to be over here, come on. You won't come off the second time, boy. You won't do that a second time, I'll tell you. You're supposed to be a good job. It's a good job I stopped there, and that he was that I caught him before it happened. Because he'd have been sitting outside the shop, no doubt, or he may have wandered onto the main road here. And that we definitely don't want, so my time a bit tighter this time. There we go. I'll stay there. So, into shop now. Now it's all sorted out. Ah, here we go. Who's been in a Russian shop before? Who's been? So I'm going to live stream this, but I'm going to have to keep the phone right to my chest so they don't know what I'm doing. Otherwise I might get whiff of what I'm doing, and people get upset about it, don't they? Yeah, you can't escape now, can you? Yes, good boy. 5 minutes. Ah. That's it, sat down calm now. She's had his moment. So, into it. So I'm going to keep you very close now. Cheese. Some extra cheese. Gouda. No, I don't want Gouda. Magnum. No. No. No Mazda. Okay, go for Gouda. More kielbasa. I've forgotten to get that. Little piece will do. Have a look. And then biscuits. So, sugar I'm getting low on. I've got enough. Sugar, with the hard sugar. 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 Some flour next. Some flour. Can't find any flour.
Одна.
Мясо у вас есть еще или все?
Can't find flour.
Давайте для больших.
Нормально.
А у вас по карте?
Да.
А давайте самостоятельно, пожалуйста.
О, страшний. Страшний.
В одной штучке 1000 пакетов. Ай,
100.
100?
1000 связки такие маленькие. Там 10 пачек по 100 штук.
Ну, ничего, хорошо уже получилось.
Спасибо.
Пакет вам нужен?
Нет, сумка.
Квадратик на крышке. Ага.
А,
Можно маме никому? Нет, правда, можно? Ты же говоришь, ты долго будешь? Это запрещено будет. Я никогда не буду. Ребята, вот, красиво и что. Мы же работали. И даже, ну, дядя мне оставлял маршрутку. И даже дядя, какой тебе такой пустой? А он другой.
Как банан.
Пустой. Найти товар. Фрукты и бананы. Найти товар. Там бананы нарисованы.
А касса не работает, да?
Работает.
А куда можно идти?
Укажите количество пакетов. Выберите тип оплаты.
а.
Укажите количество пакетов. Необходимо подтверждение. Выберите тип оплаты. Благодарю вас за покупку.
Ну, в итоге это чудик на меня смотрит, говорит, точно не выкатывает? Я говорю, выкатывает, выкатывает. Я сказала, что
Благодарю вас за покупку.
у меня как раз выходной. Ну, сейчас, дядя, покупайте. Я сама это...
So that's it. Done. Oh, right, supermarket. And it's going dark again. So, got everything that I wanted. No doubt I'm going to get home and the missus is going to say, you forgot that, you forgot this, you forgot the other. That's kind of the way it works, isn't it? But, Doggle's there. And yeah, Wolfie. So, get one glove on. One glove will do. Yeah, you okay? We survived your 5 minutes out here, Doggle. Ah, that's what I was after, actually. My glasses so I can see. Come here. Which I have. Can't find. Come here. Got my glasses, right? Okay. Right, now I can see. So, come here. Come here. Stop pulling me around all the place. So that's the supermarket anyway. Nothing spectacular about the Russian supermarket, but just as a point that we're not running out of food or anything. I was watching a thing the other day on YouTube, and it said some guy sitting in Kiev, I've forgotten his name now, but he's got like, his video is like 10 million people, 10 million views or something, and he was saying how that Russia's running out of food in the supermarkets, and lack of petrol at the stations, and there's a station there, and various other garbage, and I was like, and people are being abducted on the streets and taken to the front line. I was like, you're saying what's happening in Ukraine, and it's got 10 million views on it. Like, you know, and then it's easy to understand when you see things like that why people in the West don't know the truth, because you know, he's so popular. He's only a young lad, he's about 20 something. He's also got the backing. I think he's from the BBC. I've forgotten his name. I was like, you know, 23 years old. What a way to start your career, pumping out propaganda and just complete lies. You know, and he's got all these millions of followers. You know, it's unbelievable to me. You know, nice dog. He's a nice dog. He's a wolf dog, aren't you, Wolfie? He's a wolf dog. So, look, what percent of wolf we don't know. Really don't know. But judging from what I've read on, you know, I've looked through. I've questioned AI about this actually. DeepSeek was the thing. Putting his traits, you know, what he does, and all the rest of it. The analysis says that he's probably bred from retriever and wolf, rather than, I thought it was German Shepherd and wolf, and it's not. It's probably retriever and wolf, but it's only a guesstimate because, like I say, we don't know his origin. Well, no, his origin came from the neighbour who died, but other than that, we don't know much more than that. So it's kind of it's a mystery. What percentage of what he is, nobody really knows. We don't know at all. But, he does do things that you wouldn't expect a dog to do. I mean, we've got a wood burner, right? And you'd think the house can get quite hot. I mean, if I open it up fully and let it really raw, and we can drive the temperature up in the house to plus 30 quite easy. And at that, he's not panting. He will get actually the wood burn's only on lower most of the time. You know, you get as low as it'll go because you're hanging out the windows with heat if you're not, if it's really raw. So so the temperature in the house is around about 23. Normally it's somewhere around about 20 something. And he, at that temperature, an ordinary dog is sit panting. You've got your leg caught again, haven't you? Come here. Come here. Come here. You got your leg caught. Come here. Put your leg off. That's it. Come here. Come here. Ready, Adam? So, normal dogs will sit panting if it's hot in the house. He won't. He will get as close to the wood burner as possibly can. I'm sure he'd climb in it if he could. You'd think, Christ almighty, he must be getting toasted there. Normal dogs don't do that. And when you put that into the AI, the traits of a wolf, and then you begin to understand why he does that. And the reason why the heat doesn't affect him as much as ordinary dogs. And it all comes down to the fact that he's got very dense undercoats that ordinary dogs don't have. An ordinary dog is bred domestically would have a winter coat and a summer coat, right? But basically they're designed to be inside all the time, aren't they? So they don't have massive coats. Where a wolf, they're designed to be outside, and so they've got a dense undercoat, so they don't feel the cold. But they don't feel the cold, but they don't feel the heat. And so he gets as close to the wood burn as he can, loving that heat, because it's a bit like being in a den under the ground with the other dogs. You know, they all snuggle together, and so he's getting that comfort from it, but he's not feeling the heat, so he's not panting. So that's kind of one of his odd traits, not panting and getting right beside the wood burner that you wouldn't expect from a dog. Other things he does, if you watch him in hunt mode, if he sees another dog, his head goes down straight away. His heckles don't go up. That normal dog, Brettle German Shepherd, you can see it on the German Shepherd really. Heckles on the back go up, and you can see it. The hair stood up, trying to make themselves look bigger. He doesn't. He actually doesn't do that. His head goes down into hunt mode. You can see it distinctly. Right, come on. You can see it distinctly when he spots it. If we're going along, and the other dog even comes from around the corner, his head goes down in hunt mode straight away. Very different behaviour. He'll also get down on his honkers like a collie would do, crawling along the ground in hunt mode again. So different to your average dog, you know. But, you still do that though, don't you? Come here, hey, Jackie! We don't chase cars. You got this thing about. He's learnt that from the other dog. The other dog is a rescue dog. Well, not really a rescue dog. He came from another neighbour who couldn't have a dog. Why they took two dogs actually. One had ended up going to a factory where they're working, so it just became a factory dog. And the other dog they kept, but they couldn't look after it. And in the end, my missus got fed up to see it wandering. I mean, it was one winter, it was really cold. It dropped down to -30. This dog was wandering around the street and didn't have a kennel to get in. So we're like, look, you can't leave a dog out like that. It's not this dog, the other dog. The other dog's mixed breed. God knows where he is. Heinz 57 variety mongrel. And as he's not got the stamina to stay out in the cold. This before we had him actually. You know, he's not got the stamina to stay out in the cold. He hasn't got the, stay out in that kind of cold. He ended up killing the damn thing. And then chasing cars, he ended up getting himself. We were watching this dog, He ended up getting himself a big cut on the leg. And we said, right, that's it. You've got to get him to the vet. So we made him take him to the vet and get him repaired. And then my missus says, right, we're taking him off here. We're gonna take him. Can't let him roam like that. So that's how we ended up with that dog. And then this dog, the neighbour died, and we ended up with this dog. So we ended up with two big dogs that we didn't really want. In actual fact, we'd had two German Shepherds before. One was Nike, beautiful German Shepherd, again another rescue dog. Somebody didn't want him. And another dog, a German Shepherd, that we got from the prison, Bertha, and she was a gorgeous German Shepherd. She was absolutely beautiful dog. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Come here, come here. No, hey, we don't do that. No, we don't do that. She was a gorgeous dog, Bertha, and those one died, Nike died, and that's when my missus took Archie, the mongrel. She took him on, so we still had 2 dogs, and then the other dog died. Bertha died eventually, and about 2 years later actually, and then we ended up with him. So we weren't planning on having 2 more big dogs. We were planning on having maybe 1 dog, 1 cat, 1 dog kind of thing. So we ended up with 2 dogs. If you don't know my story, you're following my lives around, you're following my videos. I haven't done a video on this, and I am working on it, although be it slowly. I'm trying to figure out. There's some. Basically, it's an origin story, how I came to be in Russia, what I, leaving the army and ended up here. But there's certain aspects of personal life I don't want to reveal. Messy divorce and all the rest of it. So it's taken a bit longer to work out exactly how that video is going to go. But it will come out, then you'll see how I got here. It'll be on a channel trailer eventually. But it's just working out what bits to leave in, what bits to leave out, because obviously everybody's got a personal life, and we don't like to air our dirty laundry in public, do we? So, that kind of thing. So, but it's coming out, and I'm working on it. There's also a time frame, another time frame coming out, time lapse coming out. That'll be out on the 2nd of January, day after New Year's Day, and that is time lapse of the sill plate. So it's the Abvyaska in Russia, which you've already seen the videos, but if you want to see a speeded up version without all the long building process, and that's ideal for you. Hey. So that's ideal for you if you want to see that kind of thing, and it's very much speeded up, cut down version of the. There's actually, Abvyaska took me 4 days, and there's about 5. I think it's either 4 or 5 videos of that I took over that period, and they've been cut down to one. I think it's 7-minute long video. It's not the best video because I was working on old materials, basically videos that I'd already cut, and so I didn't have the original source material, the raw footage for that video. Come here, grab him. No, no. Look at that idiot. What a tosspot. What a tosspot. Would it just be great if he'd have gone straight into the bank in there? Pikey bastard. That is a pikey. Zippo, whatever I call it. But anyway. Moron. Should have lobbed a brick through his window, shouldn't I? No. Stop. We're not chasing cars. Not having that. You have to learn that. You learned that from the other dog, which was running wild when we got him, chasing bloody cars all the time. He's picked up for him, and I've got to knock it out of him one way or other. Now, just a treatment for him. I've got a nice electrical shock collar that you're going to get put on, and then we'll go out and do some more. See if we want to chase cars. But, so yeah, with the time lapse is out on 2nd. It's like I say, it's cut from the original, not the original material, the videos that I made over that period, but there was no original raw footage because I hadn't decided to save all the raw footage at that stage. Actually, on season 2 of the build, I only started saving the raw footage after day 3, so I got day 3 onwards. First 2 days I never saved it. And it's on day 3 I thought, you know what, I need to save this. I don't know why it occurred to me to do that, but I did. And so the time lapses that I'm working on now for the floor, which will come out about 7 days after the time lapse of the sill plate, that's cut from raw footage. That's stuff that's original raw footage that I got at the time. There's no video being cut from that. So it should be a much better time lapse of material, much nicer. So keep an eye out for that. I am slowly improving my videoing skills, but it does take time. I'm not professional, obviously. I hadn't decided to do this series for YouTube, to be honest. Originally it was designed for a Telegram group, so it was. Then it ended up, the bits that I did ended up on Telegram channel's YouTube channel, which is user content, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to start my own YouTube channel, because I quickly realised that having a YouTube channel like that, you saw Telegram users footage, so, or members content, if you like. So people who'd been to Russia, visited Russia, or living in Russia now, done some video of something, and I'd put some nice music to it and some sparkly things on it, and uploaded it to its own channel. And I quickly realised that my content would not fit on there. It just doesn't. It's not right for it. So basically, season 1 had to be removed from there, which I did, and then recut. So this is actually what the time lapse videos that I'm creating now from series 1 that I've just done is actually the 3rd time it's been cut, or the 4th time it's been cut. So you can imagine, it's every time you cut a video, you're losing a bit of quality. So hence I'm limited in what I can do with it. But the next one, the time lapse for the flooring, is all raw material that I already had. So that should be a lot better, a lot nicer cuts, and in 4K as well. It's not in lower resolution at all. It's in 4K. It's a much better video. There is some nice soy bits in there with wood chips flying, kind of thing. So that I didn't realise I had the footage. I had no idea until I started doing this time lapse, and I thought, you obviously had to collect the data, the bits of film from the flooring. So I got all that. Luckily I'd saved them all in by the day, so on day 3 I'd kept all day 3's material in day 3's folder, day 4 on day 4's folder, etc. And so when it came to doing that time lapse, I've got all the data there. It's just a case of arranging it in the video editor and cutting it out, and you know, the kind of thing. I'm not the best video editor. You see, it's getting quite dark now. Looks bright, but it's not. Oh, where are we? So where are we? All the Western sweets showing sanctions have not worked. No, they didn't work. Why? That's why I like it. It's genuine footage. You show more genuine, like. It's not being edited for views, for clickbait, like everything else on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, originally the series was originally. No, we're not having that. Adam, you don't you pull me, you bugger. I'll talk about that in a minute. Come, Adam. Oof, come here, Adam. Hey, Adam. Oof, tough. Adam. How? Yo. Hey. Usually shout at and works. For some reason, don't like being shouted at. Whew. But so, yeah, the original idea of the channel was to show that you can build. You can do this on your own. You can do a real solo build. You can do the real deal. You know. So I wanted to show that and show where things are not right on other builds. You know, obviously, I worked on pile foundations. I've stopped now because the old mini stroke. I'm taking it easy over the summer, over the winter. So Out of breath now. So it happens. So, yeah, I wanted to... I forgot what I was going to bloody say. Yeah, I wanted to show the mistakes. The things that I see while I was doing pile foundation. I see bad building. I mean, I'm not the best builder. I don't claim to be an expert or anything like that, you know. But I know what's right and what's wrong. Come here. You know, somebody asked me how many houses have you built and what's the longest they've been standing. Well, I haven't done many solo builds. This is actually the second solo build. The first one is the house I'm living in now, and it's still standing. Kind of almost 16 years later, so that's a testament to what I can do. But yeah, I wanted to make it serious so you could see exactly what it is without any fakery, without any nonsense. The real deal, you know. I mean, I'd say it's a solo build, but I would say it's an almost solo build because the wife does help occasionally. She can't lift, but she can bloody lift. But I don't let her lift because she was run over twice. Once as a kid, once as a bloody adolescent. And it did something to her, what do you call it, spine. And because of that, she has to be bloody careful. She can't lift too much. And so I'm always panicking that if she does help, you know, she's going to really do herself some damage. And can't risk that, you know. So it's almost alone. Kind of the closest I can call it. Yeah, it's getting quite dark now. Woo-hoo. Seeing him off, lad. See him off. See him off. See me off. Bloody hell. Give you a bloody heart attack pulling like that. But, so anyway, the channel is getting better. Things are improving. Titles are changing. Blah blah blah. There's a lot of content up. And views are starting to appear better now. The channel is improving, get a wider audience, because originally the idea was that to show that you can do it and show the process and show what's different in Russia, you know. I mean, I was watching a video today. Americans, they built a house in 1 week, you know, frame house, the same kind of thing, frame house. And I was thinking, well, yeah, but you're doing it different to me. You're not putting insulation between the joints. Now in Russia, that's deadly. If you don't insulate your joints in Russia, that wind that howls will turn your house into a living nightmare, because you'll have drafts coming at every direction. You won't be able to figure out where they're coming from. It's what they actually say is, and it's typical here as well. They put this, in Americans would call it a wrap, but in English, suppose water membrane or wind membrane. And I'll show all this later on, but it goes around the house, completely wrapping up the house. And that a cheapo builder would say, oh, that'll stop the wind coming, that'll stop the drafts. You don't need any insulation in the joints. But it's actually fake, false, because what happens is, between that membrane, you've got a spacer gap, and then you've got an outside finish. And that spacer gap is not sealed, it's open. It's not designed to stop the cold, it's designed to be pretty, that's all, really, and protect the stuff underneath, the insulation. So as wind comes up between that, it'll suck on the membrane and then push on the membrane. And what it creates like a kind of a bellows effect. And that bellows effect, every joint in your frame house, it pushes the wind through there like it's like nothing. It just whips it through there. And that's why you have to insulate the joints. Or the other alternative, I suppose, would be to cover it entirely in plywood. But if you're doing covering it all in plywood, then one, it's it's inefficient. It's expensive and inefficient. Wouldn't recommend it. And the thing won't breathe. It'll just be a horrible, mouldy place. Not recommended to do that. Not here anyway. Basically, we've got, especially in St. Petersburg, Leningrad, we've got high humidity. Not high humidity. Guess what? If you haven't got ventilation, proper, breathable, not drafty walls, but breathable walls, so insulation is breathable, then you're going to get mould. I can tell you this firsthand. Absolutely. Come on, we're going to go this way. Come on. I'll go this way. Jackie. Wait. Come on. What are you doing? We're going this way. You think we're going that way? No, we're going this way. Was it exciting to go this way, is it? So, having all those bits in, I wanted to show all that on the video. I want to show and knock it into people's heads. This is what you need here. I see another YouTube family in Russia, and they were building their house. Not mentioning names. I thought, they're from Canada, so they should know better. Typical frame house. I'm thinking, where's your insulation between your joints? Where is it? You're in the cold. In fact, they're actually further north than me. Where's your insulation between your joints? You're going to actually be freezing your asses off in that house. You're going to be blowing a gale through there like you've never felt, you know. So that's why why the videos are the way they are and what I wanted to show. But I also realised that showing every single joint, every single bit, it's not really good for YouTube, is it? Where people get bored with seeing the same joint being redone and redone. So we'll switch to the new format in the summer, filming from different angles and doing it slightly differently. Better for the YouTube experience, I like to say, but without missing the critical details, which is vital. I might actually do, well, probably after each stage, do a time loop or time